Hello. Welcome to this lesson where we're going to look at how we can use the congruency tests to prove that two triangles are congruent. That means that they're the same size and same shape. Now, we've already looked at these in class, but we're going to look at how we would formally write the proofs out. And I'll quickly go over it. If we have SSS, that means side, side, side. If we have two triangles where the three sides match with each other, we know that they're going to be congruent. And the same for each of this: side, angle, side, angle, angle, side, and right hypotenuse side. Now we need to be careful and make sure that with this one, side, angle, side, that the angle is in between the two sides. You notice here it's side, angle, side. If we have angle, side, side, we don't necessarily know that the two triangles are congruent. So make sure that you keep the order of that one correct. Now, for here, we've been asked to write congruency proofs for each pair of triangles. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 1 for you to do. When we're asked to write congruency proofs, we can generally assume that the triangles are congruent. Now, for the first one, we've been given just sides and no angles. So we can rule out each of these because they have angle, angle, and then right angle. So it's going to be side, side, side. So we're going to start by writing out our first side. And I'm going to choose AB. So I can write AB. And then we need to match it to the side that's the same size. So here we have one line, here we have another one line. So we go AB equals DF. Now we need to write how we know that, and it's a side, so we can write side. Next we go BC, we write BC equals, and we have it matching, so 2 and 2 with EF. So we write side again. Finally, we go AC is the final side, which matches with 3 with DE. That's a side. So now we have side, side, side. We can write that triangle A, B, C is congruent to, and we need to start at the same point as A is, so that's D, congruent to triangle D, F, E. And then we need to put the proof in brackets. I don't have room, so I'll put it underneath. Side, side, side. So that just tells us that we have used the side, side, side proof. Next, we move on. And we see that we have a side and then an angle, then a side. Now it's important, as I said before, that the angle's in the middle. We're going to use this rule: side, angle, side. So I will write it out. I'm not going to explain it in as much detail, so just follow along with me. So we have GH equals JL, and then side. Then our angle, because we want to follow the pattern here, so we're going to go angle. So angle GHI equals is the exact same as angle JLK. Alright, angle. And then finally, IH, or HI, equals LKL. And this is a side. So again, we can write triangle GHI is congruent to the 3 lines instead of 2, congruent to JLK. So we need to follow the same pattern in both of them. So J, L, K. And then we can write side, angle, side. Okay. For our next one, we've been given 2 angles and then a side, and 2 angles and then a side. So we can use angle, angle, side. First, we're going to choose our first angle, which is OMN. So we're going to write angle OMN, and this equals, so it's got the dot there, it equals this one, equals angle RPQ. And we're going to write angle. I'm not sure if you can still see that. Next, we go for MNQ, angle MNQ. Sorry, that's an O, MNO. Is equal to angle PQR. And again, that's angle. finally, we have our side, NO. So NO equals QR, which is a side. And we can write out our congruency proof. Triangle MNO is congruent to, we need to start at the same point, so we'll start at this angle. Triangle PQR, and our proof is angle, angle, side. Okay, so we've done the three first proofs, and now we're moving on to our last one. So this time we have RHS. You'll notice we have a right angle, we have the hypotenuse and the side, right angle, hypotenuse, side. So we can match these two triangles and prove that they're congruent. So we're going to start with the right angle. So our right angle here is SUT and VWX. So we're going to say angle SUT equals angle VWX. And next to that we write right angle. Next we want the hypotenuse, so we're going to write the hypotenuse. So we keep the same triangle on each side. You notice that with this triangle AB, it's always on this column, and this triangle is in this column. I made a mistake here, we should have this triangle in this column. So we're going to have ST is equal to VX. And we can write hypotenuse. Because we're using this proof, we need to match right angle, hypotenuse, and side. We've got right angle, hypotenuse, and we need the last side, which is this one, UT, which equals VW. And we can write side. Now finally, we just write our finishing line of our congruency proof. So triangle SUT is congruent to triangle XWV. And we write our proof RHS. Now you may notice that we always have side and angle as our things along the side. Then we get to our right hypotenuse side and we have right angle, hypotenuse, and side. You need to make sure that you're using the right language for whichever proof you're using. This one here is a question for you to do yourself and then submit online. We have triangle A, B, C, and triangle D, E, F. You need to match which ones are congruent, and you can use one of these proofs and it'll be set out like one of these, whichever one it is. If you have any questions, please bring them to your teacher. Thank you.